Today I want to go over the ASIC installation on the Game Gear replacement mainboard. First of all, you need of course some toners, v1 with a single ASIC, some solder wire, solder wick, tweezers, flux, isopropanol alcohol and a multimeter. I'm using hot air, a small weller, iron and a desolder gun. And I'm using a small drill, 3mm, to remove the eyelet of the cartridge slot. So one of the things I start first with is to remove the LED because it sticks out. For this I'm using a weller desoldering iron. Makes the job very easy. Second of all, I will take out the crystal. I have sent you a replacement one, but it has a slightly different frequency. So I would recommend you to use the original crystal. To remove the eyelets, I'm using a 3mm drill. It makes it a little bit easier, but you can also take them out just with tweezers. But yeah, let's do it like this.
To remove the cartridge slot, I'm using a weller desoldering iron, and I simply desolder all things. Loose. So now we will remove the eyelet. I'm using a small nip for that, because we drilled out the eyelet already. You can very easily snap it. Then I took a screwdriver. And I push them out. And as you can see, the cartridge won't be removed. Let's proceed with the expansion port. So now we will remove the ASIC. I will use a hot air for that. The problem is the ASIC, you cannot really get grip on it because it's flat on the PCB. It's really hard to take it with tweezers. And if you use tweezers, most likely the chip will start moving, and you cannot grip it, and it will bend some pins. So what I will be doing is I will heat it up from the back, and then the tip hopefully falls off. With this method, you most likely will destroy the PCB, since it's already destroyed and you're using it as donor, it doesn't really matter. But the pins of the ASIC will remain intact, and that's definitely what we want. There it popped off. So the tip came off, that's good, but there's still some pads with some old solder, and this will make it hard to align the tip. So I will be removing this with some solder wick. I'm using an old PCB, so I don't burn things into my desk, and it has a good flat surface. So if your ASIC has a few bended pins like this one, it passes actually quite a lot and passes on the outside pins, because those are the most vulnerable ones. To straighten them, I'm using a solder paste stencil from one of my prototype boards. As you can see, it has the same set as on the chip itself. So I will be placing the chip on the stencil. Once the chip is on the stencil, it really fits onto the pad. And from that point, you can simply use a small screwdriver to put the pad back into the right position.
You need to align the chip with at the new board. You need to ensure the chip is in the same direction as the original board. That means that the Sega logo needs to be readable from that side. And I can tell you, I mounted chips in the wrong direction. Because there is solder mask between the pads, you can actually feel when the chip is aligned properly. So you simply move it around a bit, and then you feel that it falls into the solder mask. If you don't feel this, most likely your pads are not that clean. Then you need to clean them again. So the chip is now nicely aligned. And what you do is you simply take a little bit of flux, put it on the outside edges, take your soldering iron. I'm using a 1.2 millimeter tip. I add a very little bit of solder, and I simply ensure that on the edges of the chip is soldered, so it cannot move anywhere. So to solder the chip, I'm using a technique called drag soldering. For this, you first apply a good amount of flux on all the pins. Then you take your soldering iron and you simply put a little bit of solder on it. It's a bit much. Just a little bit. And what you do is you go in one line over all the pins. Take your time to do this, don't rush it. Repeat this step a couple of times until you have nicely soldered. If you have a solder bridge, you simply repeat the step, or you use a little bit of solder wick to remove the bridge, and then you repeat the step again. So the last things you need to do is to mount the cartridge slot, the power cables, the potentiometer, and I think one of the things is to bridge this region selector. So if you bridge it, the middle pad with the W, it means rest of the world, and if you bridge it with the J, it means it's in the Japan region. Don't bridge them together because you will have a short circuit. I recommend you to use the original crystal you just removed. Things go easier. The LED long pin goes into the hole with the 8. The power board cable, and there is a little stripe there, that is your pin 1. This cable actually snags into the board, so it's fitted. You can do the same with the audio cable, also pin 1 goes the same way. Solder them. Okay. And the last step. So if you're going to use a BennVenn screen, you need to bridge the 2 pads underneath the brightness wheel. And now the last part, and that's the cartridge connector. And I actually recommend you to take any game already inserted. And why you do this is that once you solder them, It might be that things bends down the line, so it's always recommended to have a game in it while you reflow it or solder it in the right position. Sure, you align with the holes, take your soldering iron and tap it into position, and then simply go over it.
So I cleaned the board with some isopropyl alcohol. Give it a no clean. I think almost all the flux has been removed. So let's see if the board still works. As you can hear, there is game audio. That's for me. That's enough to say the board is working. So I will be mounting a BennVenn screen. And since BennVenn includes a bracket that requires the fuses for alignment, I actually printed my own bracket where you don't need the alignment. And as you can see, the LCD simply aligns in the bracket. I will be putting a link to download this bracket, so you guys can print this yourself. So let's proceed with the installation. So all pads have been soldered. Let's see if the screen works. As you can see, a brand new Game Gear with a BennVenn screen. Line is working, audio is working. So there it is. So working. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my way of doing this. I understand there are multiple ways, but yeah, this is a way that works for me. I hope you learn something from it and that you can assemble your own Game Gear. Thank you.